Like this video if you like my shirt today. Squat, bench, deadlift. Shout out to Brett Gibbs, Team BG. So last night we finished up our competition squats, regular low bar squats, 6 sets, high volume. And today, not even 20 hours later, we're squatting yet again, back to back. Today we're doing high bar squats though, nice and light, only 245 pounds, really working on technique. The reason for implementing high bar squats is it's a way to keep the squat frequency nice and high, but still giving my lower back a break. When you're a low bar squatter, your lumbars take over a little bit. It's natural, it's unavoidable. And when you're a conventional deadlifter, same thing, your lumbar, your erectors are gonna get worked really hard. So a way to keep high frequency squats in there, but still give your lower back enough rest to where you can be strong in your competition squat days and strong in your competition deadlift days, throw in high bar squats. Gives your lower back a rest, still incorporates the legs amazingly, still works the hips and the glutes amazingly, still gives you the workout of a squat. So today's nice and light, working on technique high bars. Ooh, throwback shirt.
WB strong, baby.
Oh, it's been painfully cold the last few days. I'm talking like it got -8 the other night, so it's been like blistering cold. And today it's suddenly like in the 50s, and it feels like summer, like t-shirt weather. I lost one of my sleeves. I'm hoping it's at home and it fell out of my bag, because they don't make these anymore. These are the original Ray-Bans. Ray-Bans switched to like cross, so they're all thin now. These are like the original thick ones. I love them, and I'll be very sad if I have to go back to SBD. Fortunately, we're going light enough where I don't need sleeves today, but I still like wore my zipper pants so I could fit them. One quick disclaimer is because of this rack, I have to walk it out a little bit further back than I normally would, so that's why my walkout's a little strained. I'm not using the good rack because somebody was on it earlier. Plus, I like to save the good rack for real squatters. And right now, this lightweight is not worthy of the good rack. I'm courteous. Da, da, da. Womp, womp, womp. Oh. So doing more incline pressing as an accessory to my bench days, and with the dumbbells again, 95 pounds, 4 sets, 8 reps, and the dumbbells felt a lot smoother and a lot easier than they did the last week. And the incline mixed with the dumbbell pressing itself, I think really helps assist your barbell bench press for sure. So long. Super.
In style.
Oh, happy days. My knee sleeve is on the table. I went and took this out of my bag before we left, and I took it out real fast, like whipped it out because Ricky was already out the door, and it was dark in here, so this must have fallen out with it, and I didn't even see it.
Blame me.
No, I was blaming myself. I was rushing for your sake. So guys, big news. 2 major announcements in one. First, I will be at the Arnold Classic. Super stoked about it. It's the biggest event in the United States. I'm gonna be at the Ice Toy booth. They have some pretty big things planned. I'm excited to see what they are. I don't even know what they are fully, but this is gonna be a big booth and a big event. Looking forward to meeting all of you guys. I'll be there all 3 days. I'm gonna be there in the morning, I think from like 10 to 12. And then I'm gonna be there again in the afternoon from 3 p.m. to the end of the expo every day. So double shifts, morning shift and afternoon shift, 3 days in a row. Can't wait to meet you guys. News number 2, guys, at this booth, I've been thinking about this and talking to a lot of people about it. You guys know I've been working on this big project here for a while. It's scheduled to hopefully be ready to go live for April. We're waiting on a few more things. Gotta make everything perfect. What I'm gonna do is an exclusive blind release at the Arnold Classic, just a pre-sale. I'm gonna bring a limited amount, just a handful of these units with me to the Arnold Classic, and anybody who shows up at the Arnold Classic comes and visits me at the booth, can buy one, and I'm gonna make them all cheap as hell. 20 bucks, everything, 20 bucks. Hoodie, shirt, doesn't matter. Everything's just 20 bucks flat, which is cheap for high quality clothing. And I'm only gonna have a handful of them, so first come, first serve. But that'll be like the exclusive pre-release. And if you guys want to book one ahead of time, just email me. My business email is on the main page of my channel. Shoot me an email, tell me what size you want and what your name is, and I'll set one aside for you. I'll put a sticky note on it. So, Arnold Classic, guys. I will be there at the Ice Tory booth. So last week I had a pretty bad deadlift workout that I didn't bother to show you guys on camera. If you guys recall, I had 2 deadlift workouts. My first one was a deficit deadlift workout in which I really focused on keeping that nice neutral lower back. And it worked pretty well. My back looked nice and flat for once and it felt good. But I noticed I was putting a lot of effort into keeping my lower back nice and flat. Like, it took some serious energy. So then the next day when I went and did my competition heavier deadlifts, I noticed my back felt really sore and locked up just by the time I was done warming up, which is unusual. And my lower back just basically felt so fatigued that I only got through a few sets and then kind of just stopped. Like, it was a really bad workout. And I spoke to Brett about it, and he believes it's just simply a matter of I'm utilizing muscles within my lower back in a way that I'm not used to utilizing them in. Forcing them to stay nice and straight, and it caused some severe, delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS. So basically that's what I was feeling in the heavy workout. Just my lower back was just real fatigued and sore from not being used to being forced into that position, which I guess makes plenty of sense. So this week, instead of giving me a variation deadlift day, he just assigned today as kind of like a little deload day for me. And today I'm just heading to the gym to do like an old school bodybuilding workout. That's all he instructed. And he even specified in the notes that he just wants me to be well rested and come in nice and confident and refreshed for my deadlift workout later on this week. And we're gonna give heavy competition deadlifts a go again this week, nice and fresh this time. So I believe the number one key to staying motivated is setting goals. You need a long-term goal, and you need to reach that long-term goal by setting a bunch of small-term goals that you use as stepping stones up to that big goal. And I think a perfect balance is key. So you hear me talk about the 405 bench goal that I have often. Now that is not a short-term goal. That's a long-term goal. That's my end game goal. Something like that can be dangerous and it can be beneficial. So when I first set this goal, I put 405 on a pedestal, and that ended up psyching me out. And I got to the point where I couldn't even picture myself doing 405. So that's something you have to worry about with the big goals. If you put something on a pedestal too much, then you end up psyching yourself out. So eventually I talked to Hancock, and he was telling me about how many different lifters my weight can do over 400 pounds, 420, 440, etc. And finally it made 405 seem like a lot more normal of a number for me to reach. And now I have a lot more confidence going into it. And that's just one example about how to balance your long-term goal out. Also, if you only aim for your end game goal, 405, you can easily get discouraged when you don't reach it right away. Or you can try to rush for it and jump the gun and try lifting too heavy too soon. So what I'm also doing on my way to 405 is I am aiming for very small goals along the way. For example, my max right now is 365 for a grinder touch and go. So for me, my next step, my next goal short term would be to simply be able to press 365 very cleanly, or even with a pause. It's the same weight, but the added strength has allowed me to do it clean with a pause. That right there is a realistic PR. So that is the next goal I realistically am striving for in my head right now. But every day when I go into the gym, I keep that 405 endgame goal in mind, and that ultimately drives me to work harder and perfect my form. So there is a good balance, guys. Basically what I just wanted to talk about was make sure you have a long-term goal, make sure you set up little short-term goals that are realistic for you to hit right now to get to that long-term goal. So you keep a happy and healthy balance there. And don't make that long-term goal some god-like idol that you put on a pedestal. Simply make it something that you know you're going to hit, and then set up little short-term goals along the way to ensure that you step your way up to it efficiently. So that's pretty much all I wanted to cover in today's video, is just talking about that balance. Don't let it psych yourself out, and don't put it on a crazy pedestal. Look at it as just another goal you know you're going to hit. At the same time, set realistic short-term goals for you to target right now so you don't jump the gun and rush or get discouraged when you don't hit your long-term goal right away. Perfect balance is always key. Dude, guess what we just got in the mail? Well, I just got it in the mail, but you lift with me a lot. These are brand new. Lockjaws. These are different though. I don't know what these are. So these are sick as hell, man. Lockjaw just sent me these. It looks like these are their brand new designs, which is awesome. Got the little logo on there, different colors. And they do fit the barbells. I just tested out my barbell downstairs. They fit it perfectly, and they actually lock even tighter than the original Lockjaws. And they're lighter weight than the original Lockjaws too, so that's actually really cool.